Who dares defy me?
They are the villains. Ordinary people on the wrong side of justice.
Oh, yes, I was groomed to be an astronaut. And then the monkey. The monkey took my rightful place!
It's hard. It's hard though in college and stuff. Being in college,
No, it isn't really. I didn't know that. Those things.
you know, your attitude is not.
I have
Your
a bad
attitude is not. I did not get on this call for this attitude.
Well, you're right. You got on to do a podcast, so.
Yeah,
And I'm a
well,
little
shut the
bummed out.
fuck
I'm
up.
gonna have to edit it for the next 3 hours. But hey, you know.
Listen, I have a life, unfortunately, and then
We all
Siege
have
is busy. Siege is busy on Thursdays, so we couldn't do Thursdays. And then scrims.
Wait. But what about Thursday?
I thought you were busy on Thursday. I thought that was the reason we didn't do it Thursday. Or was I the reason?
You had a match, Breach.
Oh yeah.
Then you said, "Oh yeah, I had to forfeit it," and then I was like, "Oh, okay." And then you said you were tired and you're going to bed. I said, "Okay, I guess we're doing the podcast tonight."
Yeah.
Does that
And
sound familiar?
I used to be busy on Wednesdays because of a men's group thing, but that's.
Okay, so I was the problem.
Yeah,
then. Sorry.
we didn't plan on it because we knew you had a match, and I said, it wasn't a big deal. And then yesterday you were busy, and I said, "That's fine. We'll just do it today."
In my defense, that wasn't my fault, but
I know,
whatever.
I'm just saying, now we're caught up.
Yeah, got you.
Now we're here, episode 4 of the podcast. So, what do you guys talk? What do you want to talk about? What are we, probably retiring. That's cool. Like, I don't even want to call it retirement. I'm just benching myself pretty much because I'm too busy to, commit to being, good for the team. So I'm probably just gonna stay on as a substitute and focus on podcasts, team management, that stuff, which is fine because I can do all that stuff. But when I have to make sure I'm playing a certain amount and scrimming, I'm just not able to do that with how much school work and writing I have to do on a weekly basis. So,
especially with this new COD, it's a team game. It's if your team's not right, like Vanguard, it's a team. Vanguard was a team game too, but you could get away with it.
Yeah, I mean,
in a certain extent, but
in that game.
Yeah, now this game is like.
Yeah, everyone has to be doing pretty well on this game for you guys to find success.
Well, not even that. It's just so It's so much more tactical and less movement. That if your team's not working right together, you're not going to win. So
right.
Yeah, you need your ARs to hit their shots.
Yeah,
getting the players out of their positions, or even just making them advance.
Overall, like SMG impact in this game is like probably at the lowest it's been for a couple games now. Like SMGs are pretty much useless on them. I mean, you got to do your job, but like at the same time, if you have 2 good ARs, I doubt the SMGs matter as much as they did in especially the last game.
I mean, there's some maps and some maps and some hills. We'll pull out 3 ARs and just run 1 SMG, just because. I mean, they're so prevalent, and I mean, even walking around a corner, unless I catch an AR off guard with the M4,
right.
If they walk around pre-aim, they're gunning me before I gun them.
Right.
Unless I just catch them off guard, which I mean, that's how you got to do it in this game. But like,
this I don't know. This game's something. Like I said, I don't hate this game. I've been playing it in pubs last couple of days. It's fun. I do the camo grind. It's like I said, if I had more time, I wouldn't. Like, it's not the game's fault 100% why I'm like taking a step back and benching myself, but like as owner of the Villains brand, like I would bench myself if that makes sense if it wasn't me. So that's kind of why I'm benching myself. I got to maintain some level of consistency as a leader in a leadership role here. So.
And I'm very proud of you on that.
Yeah.
You're not, touch base on that some.
Yeah.
And you also know where my head's at.
Right.
But how did the other two react to that? Have you really talked to them?
I talked to Replays about it, and he's like, he didn't care either way. He said that, he's fine with just playing and having fun. It doesn't bother him that much. And I said, well, it kind of bothers me. I can't stand losing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just getting angry with it, and like the fact I can't commit the time. I'm just like, I'm frustrated with myself, and then now I'm like, it's not worth me getting angry every match and then keeping us unsuccessful just because of I want to play. I can play ranked play. You know, and like I said,
Right.
if there comes a point where I'm like, hey, I have a lot of time and you guys need a substitute or somebody quits and you need me to fill in for a period of time, I'll obviously do that. I'm not going to stop
Mm-hmm.
playing COD. I'm not deleting my console, my games. It's just I I know what it takes to like how much you have to put in for this game and to be really good at it. And I just know I won't be able to. Pretty much straight up.
Right.
Mystery I haven't talked to. Um, I haven't talked to him a lot since we lost our. What round was that? Was that the first round?
This was round 2.
Yeah, because he.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it was round 1 because he wasn't there round 2. So, yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's.
haven't talked to him really since then. I mean, I have like messaged, but not about this. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't
I
know.
mean, I don't know. Giving it up. I wouldn't say you're giving up. I would say you're just taking a step back for a second
Yeah, like
because
like I said, it's just
it's a it's a lot of like, especially nowadays.
yeah,
It's
yeah. You
much
got
more competitive. There's a lot of things that go into it nowadays, and there's so much. You got to put so much more work in than you used to.
right. And I mean, there's a lot of kids that are playing this game a lot. Like more than I am able to. I talk to all these as like running the league, right? I talk to all these
Mm-hmm.
kids and they're playing like tournaments every day and like scrimming I don't know how many times a day. It's just like that's why they're so good and I can't do that.
Yeah,
So I want the team to be able to do that at some point. So if I'm the reason they can't, then that's like I'm not gonna allow that to happen on my
yeah.
end. So
Well, we haven't scrimmed in 3 days, and I already feel behind.
yeah,
Yeah,
good job.
we were supposed to. No, we were supposed to scrim tonight, and boys, I'm dropping this on you like a bomb. I was in a car wreck,
When
and
today?
like, yeah, less than like an hour.
Well, then what?
What? You good?
Yeah, I mean, I'm banged up, but like nothing too serious. I guess I'm just like I'm trying to take care of things, but I was like agreed to do the podcast, so I guess we're gonna do it.
Well, if you gotta go, you gotta go.
No, I'm
Just
here now. I'm here
well, you're
now. There's
obviously here now. I'm talking to you. I'm
there,
just mean like if you're like, oh shit, I gotta go, or you're not
no,
feeling well, then just go ahead, dip.
Yeah.
We can
well,
carry this to the finish line.
I am here now, my friends, and I'm enjoying every second of it. So
All right. Well, I'm glad you
Well, come
didn't get hurt in your podcast or in your car wreck.
yeah.
I assume you don't want to talk about it too much, so I
I
won't
mean,
make you.
someone. I'll, yeah, we'll just skip over it. It doesn't
Yeah,
have to. It
skip
doesn't
over
have
it.
to be all that. Yep.
Yeah, but Breach, just know I'm right there with you. I know where your head's at.
And me as a walker, just know if I get in a car accident, I doubt I'll be okay because I'm walking. So, you may or may not hear if I get in a car accident, since I'm the only one that hasn't yet this year. So yeah,
Get
you guys,
hit, and Marksman launches 50 feet in the air.
yeah, but
Oh,
I'll pop Daddy. I'll sneak by. They won't see me. I got it. All right,
Well, just letting you know, I had your back. I was gonna drop a cruise missile on them
drop
before
a
they got to you. So
nice. You guys are ridiculous.
there's more jokes you could say with that,
Oh
especially our
my god.
conversation last week.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what.
our previous conversation.
So both, so both of our teams are in Group 4, which is the 4 seed, 5 seed, 12 seed, 13 seed. We're in there with Outgoing Esports and Red Dragon Esports, and then obviously LA Glitch is the 5 seed. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
And then we're the 12 seed. So
Kind of excited.
yeah, I mean, play
Or
at least 2 more times. Like
Scrims.
Major 1, you guys will play. So
I don't know how scrims are looking for you guys. I
we
know
don't.
you've been going through a lot. So,
Yes. Well, we're
but
scrimming with the new guy tonight. I mean, they are. I'm going to be told how he does, and then we'll go from there. Whether I have to find someone else or you guys like him, like I said, that's up to Siege and the squad,
yeah,
and they'll let me know. So, I mean, like I said, it's not the worst thing for the team. It slightly like bums me out, but it's also not like the situation kind of bums me out because I wanted to play this year, but at the same time, I know like it'll be easier for me to be a better like actual manager of the team and organization, and then also school would be a little easier too. So
well, dude, you also got a lot on your plate with like
yeah,
you know with what we're trying to build and the
right,
content and
yeah,
all the background stuff that you and I have talked on in the past.
yes,
Um,
that's true.
so
also you gotta think at the end of the day, you can't. Oh, there's a lot of people who give everything to COD. There's nothing wrong with that, inter se, but I mean, as far as we know right now, there's only 48 spots in the league,
Right, it's like yeah, I
and
mean,
even the top challenger players. I mean,
right,
are iffy on that game is any kind of
yeah,
sub spot.
yeah, and they don't even they're not making like great income. I mean, they're making enough to live off of, but like it's not like
right,
they're balling and they're rolling. So
yeah, and I never was.
it's a tough spot.
Yeah, I was never playing it the like idea that I would make like a pro team. I really just like the competitive side of Call of Duty, and that's why, like I said, I started the organization, the league, all that.
Mhm.
Like if for some reason somebody was like offered it to me, I would not take it, right? But I'm just saying, like, there was no like I wasn't like I'm doing this to go pro, and like I'm not Doug Sensor Martin, I'm not delusional, so I'm
Yeah,
doing this more for the organization, team, league, etc. So, like I said, me stepping down as playing this doesn't really
Mhm.
bother me as much because this
Yep.
is all right. So
Yep.
I
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't. I
I'm
mean, I'm
proud of you.
excited. So I just need one day when one of you guys retire, then we're gonna be a casting duo. So that's gonna be something else next year. Then
that's
I
that's
mean,
looks.
we're gonna be like
though,
Thursday night football crew out here.
Sage, I don't know how it's looking for you, but for me, man, retirement does seem nice sometimes.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Every week on the podcast, so I'll make sure to tell you guys, hey, it's pretty nice out here.
I was talking with Marksman
Dude,
Thursday night maybe, and I was
Yeah.
like, God, that would not having to stress about scrims and getting everybody together to play. It's
you
like,
know what?
Yeah, I still
Dude,
gotta get everyone together, so.
I've been in the pits, dude, for what feels like forever,
Yeah.
mhm,
and it, what's rough is for like if I don't the reasons why I'm thinking like would even consider it, you know, aren't really reasons like why I would necessarily have hoped
Hmm.
mhm,
to go out.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, I don't know. I I tell this all the time, but the best times like I've had like just playing COD has well in the past in the recent hasn't been scrimming or anything like that. It's just like us three playing sticks and stones on Cold War.
Right.
Like that was fun to me, and that's when I was having the most fun. Like,
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
and
just
you
I'm with you on that.
going at it.
Yeah.
yeah, and you think about it like it does get tiring, and then though I'm on this other end where like when we start winning, we're winning in scrims and stuff, and
Yeah, winning.
we're doing good, and I feel like it feels like it's all coming together, and you don't want to stop now because you don't want
Right.
to look back and be like,
Man.
damn, like could we have
What
been
if-
decent?
Right. Yeah,
Mhm.
it'd be one thing if I was super busy, but I was still able to help us win. But like I said, I'm not able to be a good teammate, so it's like that's hurting the team. We're not doing good because I'm not able to like set up scrims for us because I can't be there at them. So
Mhm.
like I get what you're saying. If you can do it and you guys are doing good, I mean, you might as well see it through because it'd be pretty cool if you guys could get some success this year, and I think that'd be pretty
I'd love
awesome.
that for them.
Yeah.
Like, like not, not only just like as like a owner, part co-owner, perspective, but just like knowing like someone who I've teamed with, despite our differences, is doing well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would love to fucking see.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I'm with you. Like I just want to see some success from no matter who it is. At least like on your guys' side or on our side or our side. It's like I don't know. It's a good feeling no matter how it is because at the end of the day we're all winning.
Hmm.
So like it's just like you just want to see someone exceed, especially like from going from last year when it was like even both teams, it was just like a constant beatdown. It felt like sometimes.
Right.
It felt like I mean we get a leg up a little bit and then we just get crushed by something or something would go wrong,
Right.
or it feels good like just seeing someone get the win,
Mhm.
Yeah, and like I didn't really get to compete as much as I would have liked last year.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm sure y'all have seen like spurts like during the series that I did compete in.
Mm-hmm.
Like like me, even though y'all the rest of the team was like mentally out of it, like what could have been, if I was able to compete all fucking year. That really fucking stays in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like if you can compete this whole year, I mean, like I said, I think you guys can do well. I hope we can find a good replacement so you feel comfortable as an SMG because I know we were working on some stuff from that
Well,
aspect. So
if, like I told you before, if I had to change positions, I'll change positions in order to make it work.
right.
I don't care. The reason why I was SMG is really because of just the ability to just play make that I have. But at the same time, it's kind of like I kind of rely on just playmaking and making plays that you're like, how the fuck did he just do that? Or how did he find the timing to do that? It's just how my plays like in most, but like with my injury and everything, I'm like, it'd probably be better for me to be in AR, or especially in a game like this.
Yeah, I mean, everyone wants to be an AR in this game because, I mean, I used one in pubs the other day. I was like, who wouldn't want to be an AR? This is pretty nice, Shit shoots
I mean,
nice. So.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like my team, we've been sometimes running 3 ARs on Embassy.
That map.
I mean, yeah. Like I mean, you think about how many long stretches there is,
That's true, I guess.
and like yeah, like I mean, it's so much useful than having 2 ARs, just two and 2 SMGs because. Like a lot of the hill, especially the hill, like if you look at it from the hills perspective, like I know there's a lot of doors, especially inside next to P2 building
Yeah.
Yeah, before.
and all that. But like you look at based off of hills, the only one that I mean, two SMGs is really viable, in my opinion, is P5.
Yeah.
I mean, P5.
Right.
What about before?
P4's tight, but like you got the
P4,
hallways, you got
P4.
the
I mean,
outer
you still,
lanes.
yeah, you got the hallways, you got
If you
the
have one-
outer, you got tennis courts. I mean, you
Yeah.
can if you can set it up right, you could. I mean, you could still have three
2 and 2.
three ARs or
Yeah.
2 and 2. It really, I mean, 2 and 2 is fine too. I think that works
Yeah, you
too.
can
But
have
like
yeah.
the hallways, and then you watch in the back,
Right.
and
Yeah, you
then
could
you're
do either, in
hitting
my
tennis courts. I mean, and then SMG on point.
Right, and I
But
mean,
like,
there's no rules you can't switch in between, so you can
yeah,
go hill to hill having people switch as long as that person is comfortable with both weapons.
well, that's what
Yeah, so-
that's what we'll do sometimes. I mean, sometimes, especially for the first 2 or 3 hills, I mean, it works. I mean, sometimes we don't do that. I think it just depends on it depends on a little bit of the situations we get in and what we're feeling necessarily.
Mhm.
I was just in it. That's just one of the maps. I think a lot of them you still need to do the 2-2 split because it's just there's so many close corners that
Mhm.
you can catch a AR off guard, and it's just so much easier to win them gunfights. But I don't know. There's a lot of situations I feel like in these maps that you end up you wish you had 3 ARs running right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. Like I said, I haven't played that much. I mean, I played
Oh.
more than the average person, but I haven't played like scrimmed a lot, if that makes sense. So
I think the Hurricane, it's like one of the things. It's good long range, sure, but like the M4 is good long range. Like why use
that's
it? You know,
true, but I don't
like
know.
you might as well use the M4. Like
The Hurricane really shines me much. If nothing else. And then, because like if I really wanted to, use an AR,
Yeah.
long range to me is like 40 plus.
Hmm.
Mid range is probably like 20 to 40.
Yeah.
So the 20 to 40, I'd probably use the Hurricane, probably like towards 40 and up, probably the M4, depending on like what kind of engagements you're going for.
Hmm.
What style of play suits you better.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, it just depends. I mean, there is a class. I've seen the advanced class.
Yeah, I
use it.
used it. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, and it's pretty. I mean, I guess if you use like, I think one good map I'm thinking that it might be decent on is Mercado.
Yeah,
Because there's a lot of there's a lot of mid range gunfights that you get that
yeah, especially
maybe
around
it's
mid-area.
more. Yeah, it's more useful because I mean, obviously as an SMG, you're not going to chow mid because of an M4, but you're also going to kind of maybe peek tunnel a bit, and that's
Right.
where I think that can be useful
Yeah, I mean,
in those situations.
you're not wrong there. It's just like
Mhm.
like I said, I haven't played enough to even speak too much on it as far as competitive scrims go with the Vaznev, or I think that's what it's called. I just personally, every time I use it, I don't like it that much. Like in Search and Destroy, I prefer the Hurricane, just because I'm always posted up anyway, and it kind of makes me slow down.
It's more consistent.
It's more consistent shot than the Vaznev. Plus the bullets, directly compared, I'm always reloading with that Vaznev, and then the Hurricane. I mean, I think it has more bullets, but also it,
It's slightly slower.
yeah, slightly slower, and it does good damage. Like I said, I doubt it's gonna ever be a thing. I mean, they might change metas. Like Cold War, the meta from the start to the end was kind of different, more on the AR side than the SMG side. But I mean, we'll see.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. Sometimes I feel like with the Vaznev, I am shooting absolute marshmallows.
Yeah, that's
and then
true.
sometimes I feel like I'm just gunning everybody in sight.
Yeah, it's like last year all over again, honestly.
And you might think it's varying day to day.
Hmm.
This isn't varying day to day. It's
It's
just
like
varying
gunfight
map
to
to map.
gunfight. Yeah, map to
Like
map.
we can play the same map 4 times in a row,
Yeah.
and then two of them I'll be frying. The next two, it's like it feels like, and I'll be in the same situations. It feels like it's not hitting.
Hmm.
And I don't know if that's a game thing. I don't know if it's a me thing sometimes. I mean, I look back and I watched the VOD for it. I see that my dots are hitting them, but
Right.
it's like my bullets are not registering sometimes. So I'm not sure what's going on with that exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. It could just be me, but
This is a bit. I'm about to say something. So, like, have you heard about the thing a couple of years ago that came out to where, like, if you're playing so well, or like, yeah, it's like a certain kind of well and better,
mhm.
the damage your bullets do completely drop.
Hmm. No, I
I
did
did.
not.
I did not. I don't remember. I don't remember ever hearing anything about
Like
that.
in skill-based matchmaking.
It does it within skill-based matchmaking, but
It's
it's
the same.
also going. It should carry over to over. Just I would think.
Mm.
I don't. I don't know, man. I
Yeah,
tell
I
you,
didn't read
it's
much
like
into it.
it's really crazy. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised honestly, but like we'll play the same team. We'll play the like I said 4 maps in a row or 4 of the same map in a row, and you'll see like I feel like I'm top fragging one, bottom fragging the other. Sometimes and then I'll be a mid, and I get it. It's a game that happens. You don't always top frag. You don't always bottom frag, but like I don't know when it goes from when it's going from game to game, and it just feels like you're shooting marshmallows one, and then you're just instantly frying the other.
Hmm.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't heard any complaints so far from a lot of other people, so it's probably just me. But I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think it's just you. I've noticed that, and I think it's just a COD problem. Like the last 2 years at minimum, the like bullet recognition has been a little whack from game to game. I don't know, especially SMGs. Like ARs, I haven't noticed it as much. But some games you feel like you're shooting, you know, missiles out to your gun, and then the other game it's like shooting marshmallows. So it could be a problem in this game too. Once again, I haven't played many scrims where like the difference for me is like when I play not playing as many scrims because of my schedule, and then going into a match, those people are just hitting different compared to what you get in a public match.
What's your thoughts on what's been going on with the SAE and the M4?
What that there's like no M4 attachments. They're gonna first off they're
Yeah,
gonna GA an M4.
SAE got restricted.
Yeah, that's I mean it does blow everyone up. To be fair,
Yeah,
in the
I see
M4
it
will
because
it's gonna be Cold War all over again. We're getting rid of the M4, so
well, the
don't be
SAE
shocked.
doesn't give you any. It really gives you hardly any time to get into cover.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
what? Well, the real reason why it's getting GA'd restricted is because of the fact that, like, you know how with the lightning strike traditionally
Mm-hmm.
the ping comes up in just once throughout it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, say in SSD,
Hmm.
or like just like a round type of game mode.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That ping comes back for every round.
Ooh,
Didn't know that.
ooh. Oh, I did not know that either. Yeah,
Hmm.
that makes sense now because I mean, one round's one thing, but every round that's like insider information. You might as well
Right.
not even use it half the time.
Get their setups right.
Yeah,
It's probably
exactly.
easier to just know, and then other than
Mm,
using it, because sometimes it doesn't work great. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's pretty much no different than last year's streaks, if I'm being honest. As far as no, that one sucked real bad. I'm gonna take that back because you try to use that thing and it was just like most likely kill your teammates over who you're actually trying to kill. So.
Strafe run, bro.
Yeah, that
I
thing was
swear.
garbage.
And
Man.
the glide bomb, like, is so inconsistent. Like, you go radio,
Mm-hmm.
and if they drop the glide bomb right out of there, right in front of P5 on Tuscan,
Right.
sometimes they'd kill you, sometimes they wouldn't. Like, you just never knew. And
Man, that crap brings me back. I don't
Let
miss
me
Vanguard, but like, man,
let me ask y'all: have y'all ever figured out how to freaking aim the freaking strafe one?
no, you can't. That's what I'm saying. There's you have to select certain parts of like the grounds, or else it will like change its path. Is pretty much
yeah,
how it
like,
works. So, but
I
it's not
don't
like
think
you
you
can't
can play.
see it though. You know.
I don't think you can place it on like you place it on like a tree or something. You gotta actually like
Yeah,
place it on the
like,
ground, right?
but if you do place it like on a rock, right, like Gavitu, there's that rock in front of the hill. It's gonna turn the strafe run a different direction, so it could end up coming back at you, or like going sideways and missing everything. But like, there's no marker that helps you determine that, and that's why people got rid of it. Just because it's like, there's no real way to aim it, in my
Yeah,
opinion. Like, they could have done much better with that streak.
yeah.
I mean, I
Well,
don't get
there's.
it.
I mean, as far as this year's streaks go, I mean, cruise missile.
It's kind of garbage, the cruise missile.
It's garbage, but I feel like it's not OP enough.
Well, that's my point. Is like, Cold War cruise missile compared to this one, it makes this
Hmm.
one look really shit. So
Yeah, well, I agree, but I think that's good because I don't think streaks should be too
you're right. Streaks
OP.
shouldn't be
And
OP, but
like,
I mean, they should be worth earning. You know?
I don't know. Let me tell you, I'm really salty about this one too. This happened the other day. We were playing Mikado, and warehouse point. I believe that's P3 or P2. P2.
It's
P3.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know which one it is, but because there's like a million hills on that map. But like, someone aimed the cruise missile inside the warehouse and killed.
Doors?
And it has a top. It has no, not inside the doors. It has like a top through where you can get in or something. I didn't get to see the replay, so I don't exactly know how he did it because I couldn't. It was 8, so I wasn't like pissed, but I was kind of salty about it. Like 3 on the point, we're about to win too. Just gets us with the cruise missile, and bro, ruins literally killed the vibe. Like as soon as I seen it, I just seen the feed light up because I died. Then 3 of my teammates are on the point, kills everybody, and I've never I don't know that had me salty for a minute. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I mean it's kind of crazy. The only team that I've seen really doing bad is probably the Ravens.
Affected.
Yeah,
Right,
that kind of expected though. So I'm not like. I think the rest is like I've just seen back and forth. Some days one team's getting ahead, some days the other team's getting ahead. It just, I think it's going to kind of be like last year. You just don't know who's really going to win. You really don't. It's a toss up half the time, and you just don't know.
How do y'all feel about Vegas?
What?
The Vegas
The
the Vegas Legion. How
Oh,
they do it?
I don't know.
They've been killing it in scrims. I mean,
because they got like
I've
all ARs on their team, so like perfect game for that. I mean,
I mean, I've seen them. I've seen them destroy. I've seen them destroy a couple teams. I mean, I wouldn't say they're like full out dominating, but I mean, that's how they were. That's how they were last year. I mean, they were great in scrims, according to a lot of pros. They were great.
yeah,
So they've got to transfer it over to actual points that count. So I don't know. We'll see. Again, I think it's going to be a toss up. I don't know who's. I don't know. I couldn't say.
bro. All right, let's see if this one. All right. Would you rather see what is behind every closed door, or be able to guess the combination of every safe on the first try?
Um, combination. I feel like, I mean, you can see whatever. No matter what door you see, doesn't mean you can get into it, right? Like,
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
and you
yeah.
may not want to see what's on the other side.
I
good
mean,
point. Could
that
be
is
could
true.
be a naked man on the other side. Like, do you
Right.
really want to see that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm
No,
not just.
you do want to see
No,
it. So,
that's not what I was saying. Yeah. No, all I meant was like, I guess you can just see behind the door, so it doesn't really help you that much.
yeah, but a combination. I mean,
But you got to get into the safe room, you know.
well, hold on. Let me pause you there. I mean, you don't necessarily have to be going for the big, banks, but like imagine this, right? Imagine you know the the code to someone's house and you can get in instantly. Or you know the code to someone's safe and you just happen to go by there, get the safe, boom, you're in and out in like 5 seconds because oh yeah, you know the code. Like I feel like the possibilities are endless for that.
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's more useful because knowing what's behind a door doesn't really solve anything. I mean, I guess it could save some people maybe, but I don't know. I feel like it doesn't benefit you necessarily.
All right. Next one. Would you rather be able to dodge anything, no matter how fast it's moving, or be able to ask 3 questions and have them answered accurately?
What was the
Only
second one?
three.
Able to ask any 3 questions and have them answered accurately, so the other person couldn't lie. Or would you rather be able to dodge anything, no matter how fast it's moving? Breach, you got in a car accident. How about the dodging? Is that what you're rooting for this time?
Uh,
Too
I
soon.
mean, dodging, no, dodging sounds pretty sweet, but I don't know. The 3 questions is like, I don't. I feel
But
like
like,
that's one. I feel like that's one of those things would take me forever to use though because I would
yeah,
want to like,
yeah, I'd be waiting.
no,
I just be like,
yeah,
I've been
like,
waiting how many years to ask you this question?
yeah, like I don't know. Like I feel like, and not only that, like even knowing the truth, like say would the truth necessarily help you? Like say you're asking about did this happen or not, and they tell you truthfully, like will it actually help you? Will it make your life better? Like,
Right. Yeah, but like being able to dodge anything, like I said, I
mhm.
mean, like you
I
could be like
mean,
Neo in the Matrix. You could
dodgeball, like world
dodgeball cheat.
championship,
Yeah, I mean, if that's what
or
you're using,
dodging bullets.
yeah, dodging
I mean,
bullets.
that's
Any
I
the
mean that's
however
useful.
fast they're moving. Yeah,
Yeah, I'd probably say the dodge anything.
I mean
I
that.
mean,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
imagine you rob a bank and
Do I have to say curiosity wise? Because I'm a very curious person. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, that's
mhm.
true. Like I don't know. Like I want to save those up, and then I can
Yeah,
think of questions that I'd ask, but then it's like it's only 3. So once you're out, then it's like man. And then you get shot at right after you're out of your question to be like, man, I really wish I got that, took that back.
but think about it like this. Like imagine this. Like say imagine like you like I don't know. I know robbing the bank is the easiest thing I can think of, but say you're robbing something and the cops just all firing squad just comes in firing all bullets at you. I mean, you're dodging every one of them, so you're really not stressing it. Like I don't know. I feel like that is like I feel like that would be so much useful. And then again, dodge a car. Me and Siege would have loved to have that option. Um,
no, well, there's no dodging in in mine though. Like legit, none. Didn't matter what I did.
unfortunate. Yeah, but we're saying like in this situation, just something magical happens and you can dodge it with this power. Like I feel like this is like so much more useful. In 3 questions, yes, it's useful. I'm not saying it isn't, but like it's more like it only lasts for a certain period of time. Like
Uh,
eventually you're gonna use it.
well, let me explain why I wouldn't have been able to. The only way I would have been able to is like if I put my car in park and I got out of it because
I mean,
Exactly.
it was on the interstate and it was stop and go traffic. And there's a railing to my left, and then there's cars to my right.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had stopped. I looked in my rearview mirror. I'm not going to get into details, but basically, I see the car just coming behind me, and I just had to step on the brake because that's the only thing I could do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Unfortunately, mine was kind of the same. I was going through an intersection. They had the stop sign. I did not, and they didn't stop.
well,
I don't.
I mean that's your job
Uh,
at a stop sign is to stop.
yeah, like,
Last I checked, I haven't driven in a
and
while.
unfortunately, it was on my side. But
Did you take it like a champ?
uh,
Are you all
well,
right?
yeah, I'm
I
all
got
right. I mean, I'm not injured.
I mean, you're
Like,
talking fairly normal.
I'm just bruised. I'm really bruised. I feel sore, but
yeah. Just be
like,
careful the next couple of days.
yeah, it's gonna. I know, like right now I'm on medicine, so it's like it doesn't hurt. But like tomorrow, I know I'm gonna be like,
Oh, you're gonna feel it.
yeah. So
Okay.
we're gonna wait for that. We're gonna wait for that to happen and see how I feel.
Right. Well, I think we'll end that there because I'm sure Breach wants to go take a nap or whatever he's got to do. Siege got a scrim, and that's pretty much it for our podcast. So, yeah. So, as always, please leave a like on the video if you're watching this on YouTube. If you are not watching this on YouTube, you're watching on iHeartRadio or Pandora, please give us a follow on Twitter at Villains Gaming or follow us on YouTube at Villainous Gaming Official. Thank you once again for watching episode 4 of the Villains Only podcast, and we'll see you in the next one.